There we go. And we're back with another episode, Lord BAMF and the only
Unapologetically Deon. Here we go, here we go, here we go.
All right, so we're going to ride this one out with what's going on out there. And before we do, we're going to take a shot of some delicious imported tequila.
Campo Azul Selecto.
There we go.
Got it with a shot of lime.
Here's to everyone listening. Cheers.
Cheers.
Wow, that was actually pretty smooth. That was almost like water.
With the line to chase, yes it was.
And then a sip of the beer, but to everyone out there, get your beer ready. It's that time, the crack of the hour, the only one, and 3, 2, 1. Yeah.
It is.
Here comes Deon with his beer right there.
Oh, yeah?
All right. Welcome to the show. So
that was the opener.
That was the opener right there. What do we got? We got what's going on throughout YouTube, maybe even how far out?
This is through YouTube, Hollywood, anything you can think of. So, shout out to Shannon Sharp, ex-NFL tight end for the Denver Broncos. Check out Club Shay.
A little closer.
Check out Club.
There we go.
Shay. He has been doing fantastic work for years with his interviews and whatnot.
And we're not in any way sponsored. We're just throwing a true shout out, man.
We're just throwing a true shout out there, man. Shout out to Shannon Sharp. He does his thing.
But right now, he just blew it up. With a certain interview, right?
He interviewed somebody and they just put them all on blast. So
super blast, mega blast. It was like a nuclear bomb blast.
Exactly. So here's the thing. Katt Williams opened the door.
And
he kicked that motherfucker in.
Before we go any further, a shout out to Katt Williams.
Yes, shout out to Katt Williams, man. One of the realest comedians out there. You know, outside of him getting choked out by a 12-year-old, he's an all right dude.
All right. So you were saying?
So basically, Katt Williams went out there, man, and just destroyed a good majority of the comedians that are out there. And one thing that he has on them is that Katt Williams actually has the stats, the numbers to back up what he says, while a lot of these comedians that he was talking about don't have the numbers that he has. They weren't able to match the things that he did. And one thing,
that's one thing that raises the question. If you don't have these numbers, how is it that you're making so much money?
There is a question mark on how your money comes in and what you do to get it. Now, we all understand there's a little group out there worldwide called the Illuminati. A lot of people don't believe in it. Some people do. Well, at the end of the day, it's a topic of discussion strictly based on the fact that these guys pretty much run the world. They run the media. They run social media. They control newspapers, news outlets, all of that. Everything is controlled.
One of my best artists, Jim Morrison, said it best. He who controls the media controls the minds.
Exactly. Because at the end of the day, no matter how many times you think you're not programmed, you'll be pleasantly surprised when you find out that you are.
Yeah, but especially now how kids are raised. They're plopped down and they're given a cell phone,
a
tablet, and then here, go watch your TikTok, and then it's just little infants watching stupid ass shit on this TikTok and everything else.
And you know the crazy thing is that when you look at TikTok and the way that it's used in America, it's not used like that in other countries.
Listen up, people. Listen up.
The people who actually made TikTok, I believe it was like, what was it, Japan, China, somewhere. Somebody Asian,
believe it's China,
made TikTok. In those countries, TikTok is used for educational purposes only. That is what it's for. America is the only place that you can use TikTok to do whatever the hell you please.
Fucking do the next stupid ass challenge that can get you killed
You
or
got
whichever.
some kind of dumb dance that people are trying to imitate, all kinds of shit.
Now,
But
there is freedom and go ahead and do your thing, but
mhm.
sorry, if it's in a high level of stupidity,
Yeah, nobody has time for that shit.
no.
No one wants to watch it. So,
Coming back to Katt.
Katt Williams, we'll talk about the first person that he was talking about, Steve Harvey. The host of Family Feud. My name's Steve Harvey. I'll be your host today. So Steve Harvey and Katt Williams basically were talking, he basically put him out there to just let him know, hey, look, Steve Harvey's show that he had where he was a teacher, he stole that from hanging with Mr. Cooper, Mark Cooper. Mark Cooper is
I remember that show too.
Yeah, Mark Cooper's a comedian, and he literally had the exact same role. So right as Mark Cooper's show was ending, Steve Harvey picked it right up. And on top of that, Katt Williams exposed the whole time that it looked like Steve Harvey had the coldest lineup in America. That was a toupee, folks. That was a hairpiece. That was not his actual hair. He was actually bald all along. And that right there will let you know, hey, if I lie about my hairline, what else would I lie about?
Yeah, it just happens. If it happens in the real world, why wouldn't it happen in the star field, right? Like in stardom. Because a lot of us we go through it ourselves in the shitty jobs that we get in the real world where someone moves up to a manager or assistant manager position. How? By backstabbing the one guy or the one girl.
Or brown nosing the management.
Again, doing something your dignity, for one, will not allow you to. Mm-hmm. But for others, it's like, hey, I don't care. I'll pull them apart. So as long as I move up, I'll pull them apart and you can do whatever you want,
Yep. And it's just like I've heard so many people say like, hey, you know what? If, just hypothetically speaking, you're a person, you have integrity. So you typically, that means you won't do certain shit because
you have boundaries.
You hold yourself to a certain standard. You have morals. You have values. Some people will be out there and it'll be a guy, straightest of straight. And remember, anything that we say is nothing against the gay community or none of that. I'm just using an example. But a guy who's the straightest of straight, if you tell him, hey, I'll give you $1 billion to put on a dress and act like a woman.
And do stupid things.
And do stupid shit.
On top of that.
I can tell you right now, there's a good chunk of America that will literally say, sign me up.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not doing that. And that was part of the thing that Katt Williams expressed. But this didn't happen with Steve Harvey, at least to my knowledge. I don't believe Steve Harvey's ever been in a dress. But when you look at the success of some of these people, look at Tyler Perry.
His whole career is pretty much him.
His whole career is Madea. Yeah. 90% of his 98% of his career is Madea. The only time you saw Tyler Perry play a regular male character is a few times in a Madea movie, but he's still dressing up as a woman. And then on top of that, in the Why Did I Get Married 1 and 2, he was a man. But it's some people, and look, if that's what you want to do, by all means, have at it. But to the real world out there.
The real world, because there is one.
Yeah.
There is one.
The simplicity of what we do in the world and how we live and how we move is always going to be there. And at the end of the day, there's two genders. It's either male or female. Mm-hmm. It is what it is, whether you like it or not. Tyler Perry chooses to dress up as a woman. He does what he does. Now, a lot of these actors have done this. You have Will Smith, who's dressed up as a woman. You have Brandon T. Jackson, Martin Lawrence. He played Shanae all those years on The Martin Show. You have Dave Chappelle dressed up as a woman on several different occasions. And the first time I actually saw it, he did it was in Robin Hood Men in Tights. Men in
Tights, yeah,
he dressed up, and all of them did. I mean, you had a bunch of people doing it.
It's a way to work it in,
It's a way to work it in. Kevin Hart, he was on SNL.
The Rock, same thing.
The Rock. All of these guys have done this. Now, it's not to say that they don't have integrity. It's not to say that they don't have morals. They have their own, but they're willing to cross that line for the superstar. And
that's what they call selling your soul.
Exactly.
You're not really selling your soul. Let's be real. But you're saying I'll do whatever it takes to get to
that level, to get that money.
I don't care about my self-respect or my dignity or whatever.
Yeah, and for me, I'm not doing that. Sorry, you won't catch me doing it.
People need to realize there's people that won't do it.
Yeah, I don't care how much money you're throwing at me. It just doesn't make sense for me to compromise my integrity, my dignity, my values to accommodate something to either make you laugh or to possibly open the door.
Something.
To possibly open the door for more things for you to ask me about that I don't want to fucking do.
Exactly. Well, that's how they hook you. You know, they can get dirt on you or get you.
Exactly.
Well, now I have this. You better put on that dress now, motherfucker. And then it's like, oh, all right, give me that dress. Which one do you want, the black one or the?
Yep. Yeah, you're sitting there and you're stuck. You're like, fuck, this is my career on the line. Now I might have to do this. Katt Williams also outed Harvey Weinstein for trying to get him to do some things that he wasn't necessarily okay with doing. At the end of the day, people, what you got to understand is some people will stand on business. They are not about to compromise themselves, their integrity, their values, their life, their dignity to accommodate something you think is okay or something you want to laugh at, something sick. And I'm sorry, I'm not going to be that person. You won't catch me getting on. I do.
Let's say someone comes down. All right, the Lord BAMF podcast show.
Exactly.
Where's unapologetically Deon? Deon, we're gonna give you whatever number. We just want to see you on this podcast with a dress along with Lord BAMF. No, you could take that and shove it up your ass.
Exactly.
How about donating so we continue to do great shows? There's an idea.
There you go. You can support me in any way, shape, or form that you can, but you will not have me running around out here in a dress, nor will you catch me out walking the streets wearing a fucking purse.
Exactly.
There's just certain things that I won't do. Like I said, to anyone who does it, nothing against you. Live your life. Be happy. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm just telling you from my perspective, from Lord BAMF's perspective, it's not something that we do.
That everyone does or that everyone's into.
This is not a worldwide thing, and not everybody has to subscribe to the shit. At the end of the day, Katt Williams basically let us know that Steve Harvey was shitting on Bernie Mac, that he basically he talked about Cedric the Entertainer and how Cedric the Entertainer basically stole one of his jokes and just revamped it. Now, don't get me wrong. In the comedian field, that's going to always be there. You're going to hear the back and forth of things. You're going to hear a joke repeated or reworked into something different.
Well, yeah, it goes along with everything else, like music. Yeah. You know, there's always
a sample.
Someone always says, "Hey, well, that sounds." You know, Ozzy said it best. We all steal from someone, but then he rephrased it. We all borrow from each other.
Exactly. That's the whole point of it, because you have to think about it. Music was awesome and great. Is awesome and is great because it makes you feel good. You hear things that you may think other people aren't going through, but they are. There's doors that are open that will allow you to be able to properly express yourself. But at the end of the day,
express yourself.
Exactly. Yeah. Express Yourself was a great song. And then what happened? NWA came and redid it. So what they do? They borrow. You got to call when you're sampling. You got to call. Get that cleared. Because if you sample without permission, they can sue you.
Yeah.
Case in point.
And then to make it clear, they sampled and redid it, and it worked. When it doesn't work, you got to take that bullet and be like, I don't think so, man.
There are some people that are super fans of the music that you sample, and they will tell you
if it doesn't work,
do it right.
You didn't deliver, homie.
You did not deliver. I'll give you a prime example. I was doing a podcast earlier talking about the game that's going on right now with the Rams and the 49ers. And I was talking to my buddy, and he had the nerve, the unmitigated gall, to tell me that Celine Dion could pull off a great national anthem. I told him, no, I don't think so. Why? It's not her lane. Her voice doesn't match it. And if I'm not mistaken, Celine Dion's Canadian. She wouldn't want to sing our national anthem.
I don't even know.
I don't know. I think she is. I don't know. But I retorted with, at the end of the day, period, there is no greater national anthem that was sung other than Whitney Houston in 1991. Ever.
Houston, yeah.
Whitney Houston blew the national anthem out of the water for anybody in any sport to try to follow her up. Everyone else will fail. I know the last memories that people have of Whitney are of her, unfortunately, being on drugs and her untimely demise.
Yeah, but you know what? That doesn't matter, man.
That doesn't matter because a lot of people went that way. But Whitney's work, her music, all of the things that she did,
what they left behind,
what she left behind, man, is timeless. And you heard her she's got range beyond range. And I'm sorry, if you've never heard Whitney Houston sing that national anthem from 1991 in the Super Bowl, please, by all means, look it up and listen.
Look it up, bump the volume.
Open your ears and listen to the vocals. You'll never, ever hear.
And actually, here's one more. Before you listen to that, look into a little bit of vocal ranges. You know, educate yourself on that before you listen to that, and then listen to it.
Yeah, so you can open your ears and your mind to exactly what's going on. And I can tell you right now.
The fuck was that? You pulled a Kit Kat out of your pocket, man?
Hell yeah, man. Shit. I'll be eating one eventually on the fucking show. Give me a break. Yeah,
we're not sponsored by them.
We're not sponsored by Kit Kat, but if you want to give me a break of that money, believe me, we'll talk about Kit Kat bars all day.
We'll sponsor you. We just won't wear any dresses doing it. That's all.
We can't do it. It's not. Nope. It's not. Nope. Don't even try to put it in the contract either, because I will have my wife's lawyer read it.
She's very
meticulous in her reading, and she will tell you exactly what the fuck is going on.
Yeah. So you need to move it back or what?
Just some shit. There we go.
Some adjustment here in the studio.
Small adjustment. But so Katt Williams talked about Steve Harvey and all the things that he did, and how Steve Harvey, technically speaking, was never homeless. All of these things happened, but he talked about Cedric the Entertainer and stealing his material.
You got audio over there?
I got you. I hear you.
All right.
I hear you.
Something's going off here. All right, we're back.
But he also talked about Ricky Smiley, and he talked about the situation on Friday After Next. Ricky Smiley came out and said that Money Mike was supposed to be his part, and that he was auditioning for Money Mike, and that Katt Williams was technically signed up to be the Santa Claus that was the thief in the movie Friday After Next.
Here's what I believe about that. He also said there was like 200
people that auditioned for Money Mike before him.
I've seen it, and it's true. You got a line of motherfuckers trying to get that opportunity to act. So I believe that.
Yeah, and here's the thing about it, people. What I want you to understand is Katt Williams embodied Money Mike. Katt Williams is the reason everything he was stating on Club Shay was true. He was the one who came up with the outfits, and having the car and having it tricked out with the double M instead of having a fake pimp going to get Bishop Magic Don Juan, because Don Juan is so entrenched with hip hop, with Uncle Snoop, with Ice Cube, all of those things. If you don't know who Mount Westmore is, shout out Mount Westmore. That's E40 Snoop, Shoat Dog, and shit.
Who else?
Who's the fourth? E40 Snoop, Short, and Cube, Ice Cube. Duh, I didn't mention him because of the movie Friday After Next. So
you know what? If somebody can give you that freedom to create all that, that speaks volumes. That says this guy knows what he's doing. That says he's legit.
Yeah. And when you dig that deep to be able to create a character, create all of their lines, understand the dynamics of that character and what comes along with them, it makes your life that much easier, strictly based on the fact that you never have to worry about somebody saying, well, I made this or I did that. No, I did that on my own individually, and it worked out.
Yeah.
So Ricky Smiley came out now, backtracked on his statements a little bit since Katt Williams had put him in his place. And the number one thing about a lot of these dudes he was talking about is them wearing a dress. And that goes back to what we started off with. The hard part about it is they're going to ask you in Hollywood to compromise your integrity just to have something on you so they can put it out to the public, something that
case-
don't want out.
In case if you decide to flex on them later on.
Exactly. If you turn around and say, "Nah, man, I'm not doing that shit," they're gonna look at you and go, "That's fine. Well, we have everything that we need to go ahead and tear you down."
Go ahead and get rebellious on us. Here's what we got. Let me release that video of homeboy sucking some dick or something.
Yep. There's always something that they do that they hold against you that will destroy your career, that will destroy you, and then at the same time, you become a PR nightmare. They literally try to find ways to destroy you as far as your character. They'll lie about anything that they can. They're going to continuously find ways to try to screw you over, and you just have to be strong enough to never put yourself in that position to be able to get screwed over.
You just got to have that strength to say no.
Yeah, you remember the old school campaign back in the day, Just Say No? It was about drugs, but it did say just say no. You have to learn to say no. So Kevin Hart, I'll give you a prime example.
All right, moving on to Kevin Hart.
Hart.
Who's probably the biggest out of the bunch right now?
Kevin Hart is the biggest out of the bunch right now. The only person getting paid more money than him is Dave Chappelle. Now, he didn't have a lot negative to say about Chappelle. All he said was Chappelle did wear a dress, which he did on several occasions. That is not something that is, uncommon, but he did do that.
But then something came up after, what was it, the first or second season of Chappelle's show?
Yep.
That actually pushed him over the edge to say no.
Yeah, and that was they wanted Dave Chappelle to do more of the dress thing.
More of the dress.
Dave Chappelle had did that early in his career, and he was not looking to do that anymore. He understood how he compromised his integrity. And when he left the Chappelle show, he got it back because they basically just tried to destroy him in every which way you could think of.
But they couldn't.
They couldn't. Dave Chappelle now is the only comedian outside of maybe a handful that can say any and everything about any and everyone and not get canceled.
I mean, there's proof on Netflix where I think most of his shows are on,
He's got a new one, and Dave Chappelle consistently, every single time will talk about the trans community. And he is the only comedian that is able to speak about them in the manner that he does, where they don't have the power to stop him.
They try.
They get mad. They, go to the show. They do everything. There's nothing that they can do. Dave Chappelle is going to be who he is, say what he wants, and continue to make it happen. And
because to be honest, a lot of these dudes, these people way before this whole community
even existed.
Yeah.
Because be honest with you, the way me and Lord BAMF grew up, it was LGB. That was it. There was lesbian, gay, bisexual. There was no trans. There was no non-binary. There was no cisdits. There was none. We didn't know about any of that.
Whatever the hell.
Whatever it is. There was no Z-Zims or all that. We didn't know about none of that shit.
But we didn't know about it because it didn't exist.
It didn't exist because you got to think about it. Everything in the world has been made up for some reason. But one thing you cannot dispute is pure scientific fact. And that is very simple, that no matter what you would like to be, you only got two choices. There aren't any other options. You can continually say, well, I'm not picking an option. That's perfectly fine. But whenever you go to a medical doctor, unfortunately, they're going to have to go with the option that you're technically
it.
That's it. There's nothing else you could do. So he got into Dave Chappelle just a little bit, but Ricky Smiley, man, it was unfortunate because Ricky Smiley's been in the dress on many occasions.
It's almost like it's a default, right?
Yeah,
hey, I'm not making it, man. What do I gotta do? What I gotta do?
Oh, I put on this dress and now I'm good.
Well, we got this roll over here, but you gotta be wearing a dress, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, fuck it, I'll throw it on.
Fuck it, I'll do it. Yeah. And the thing about it is, if you feel comfortable enough to go ahead and pull that off, by all means, man, like I said, have at it. You want to do that? That's you.
Do it.
Other people make choices to say,
no,
I will not do that. No, thank you. You can forget it. And they move on with their life.
Let's try to rework this line or this scene where I don't do this because that's not what I do.
Exactly.
Get the writers over here, get the director, but no.
Yeah. And you have to be able to stand firm and stand pat on that, because if you do not, they will back you into a corner and bully you into doing some stuff you don't want to do. These producers and these directors do not care.
And here's another thing though. When I saw that interview, it raised a question for me, because looking back, how many, well, no, you did see, but not as much, or did you?
About what?
Like white actors in dresses.
No, you don't see very many. Now,
I mean, you go back and you see them all tough, and especially like the
Mhm.
older times, you see
Yep.
them in westerns and
Mhm.
gunslingers and this and that, grit, power,
Yeah.
and what's going on?
Prime example of those things was Bruce Lee was supposed to be the star for, dang it, what
Kung
was that?
Fu.
Yeah.
Is that where you're going?
No, well, no, it wasn't. It wasn't. He wasn't the star for Kung Fu.
He was
a
supposed
sta-
to be.
He was supposed to be a star in the crap. What was that show, man? Great. It wasn't. It's not Green Lantern. It was Green.
No,
Green Hornet.
Green Hornet. Well, okay.
But what happened was, they, at the time, you got to remember, people, you got to understand timelines, and in different timelines, in different moments in the world, you got to remember certain people were taking over and they were forcing themselves out to everyone while neglecting everyone else. So
Yeah.
if you were Asian and you were in the movie industry, you got minimal roles. If you
Yeah,
were
but
black,
and they just used you for your arts.
oh, hey, we'll use you for martial arts because you look good doing
You look
that.
badass doing this thing.
Or, hey,
you're
gonna be a dishwasher.
cover his face or something.
Yeah,
you know?
cover his face. Put him as a dishwasher. Put him as this. Put him as that. You're projected to the world as mediocre, which is why this goes back to what we said about programming. Because what do you think? Do you know that African people really do fuck with black people from America? They really do. They actually do like us. But the media has painted it as if they don't like us. They will tell you that if you are Mexican American and you go to Mexico, you are looked down upon. And you are nobody. Is that true?
Somewhat. Because there are some areas you go and they see a Mexican born in America, because that's your bloodline, right? You're a Mexican. Mm-hmm. You're born in America, and if you happen to go, there are some areas where they see you as a white boy.
Yeah, they call you gringo. So you can see that. If you want to see more of that, just go on Instagram and check out those little pages that say, we're black, we're white, we're American, we're Mexican, we're this, we're that. And they're telling you what goes on in that culture. You also have the people that are mixed. You have people that are Mexican American. Their heritage is from Mexico, but they were born and raised in America. So it's like, you have to remember, you go down there and mess with the people that you mess with, period, and you make them understand, hey, we're still the same, bro. At the end of the damn day. Like, don't make me out to be worse or not as good as you.
Because it's just jealousy and haters. Yeah. That's all it is, man. That's all it is.
I'm not gonna say somebody from Africa is not better than me. You know why? They came from the homeland. Shit.
Right.
Great. That's great, man. You came from there? Yeah. Talk to me. Talk to me about your culture. Talk to me about your people. Let me know what you deal with on a regular basis, day in and day out. But that's the better part about it. You gotta be smart in your approach. So Katt Williams was talking about Faison Love, aka Big Worm.
Oh, is that who he was?
Yeah,
the big perm, big worm.
That was Faison Love. That's aka Big Worm. But what has Big Worm done in the stand-up community? Nothing.
Is he a comedian or what is he?
He is a comedian, but he's a comedic actor. But he is not an actual comedian, strictly based off the fact you've never seen Faison Love do an actual stand-up show.
I was about to say that I've never. That's it. Big perm.
That's it.
That's it, dude.
So it's like, I've seen Faison Love in a million different movies. Yes, he has acting chops, but as a legit full-on comedian,
he also did the manager for Elf, right? Or was he?
Yes, he was. He was the supervisor in Elf,
which was a lot better acting than.
Yeah, and he actually did act there, but it was still a comedic role. So you see people wind up being limited to certain things. Some people are good when they act, but they suck at stand-up. I'll give you a prime example. It's nothing against the guy. Marlon Wayans, great actor, fantastic, funny as shit. Yeah. Stand up,
I remember seeing a stand up on him, something about him and his homies and smoking meth or something, if I'm wrong. And then he said something about, hey, his homie said, let me suck your dick. And I don't know. Do you remember that?
I don't know about that part. I mean, hey, it's not outside the realm of possibility, because who else wore a dress? Marlon and Sean Wayans. Who else wore a dress? Keenan Ivory Wayans.
Yeah.
What do you think In Living Color was about? You had Damon Wayans and David Allen Greer. Hated it.
That's true.
Like, you have to think about it. Jim Carrey, Vera DeMilo.
Vera DeMilo. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So all of these things are true in some extent to, the world of acting, in the world of Hollywood and comedy, where you are looking to make someone laugh. Your whole point is to get someone to laugh at your jokes.
Yeah.
So sometimes some people will extend beyond what they normally would do.
Exactly.
To make that joke hit.
But that's the thing, though. A lot of the legends never had to do that shit. Never had to put on a fucking dress.
Yeah, I never saw Richard Pryor in a dress. I'm sorry.
Or Sam Kinison.
Nope.
Rodney Dangerfield.
Nope.
Charlie Chaplin. Did we see him in a dress? I don't know.
I mean, I don't really fuck
with
Chaplin.
That's too far back.
That's too far back. I don't know nothing about Charlie
That's
Chaplin.
way
I just
back.
know that this motherfucker was standing there with a top hat and a goddamn cane, walking around saying not shit with a Hitler mustache.
That's crazy.
That's literally all I know about Charlie Chaplin.
A Jew wearing a Hitler mustache.
Exactly.
Which was the comedy. Which was the
comedy. Yeah. Because and to that point, a Jew mocking the Germans by wearing that mustache.
Mm-hmm.
And what do black people do? They took the N-word, took the ER off of it, threw an A on it, and turned it into a term of endearment. So you have to think, some people will take their pain and turn it into...
Which is what he did.
Yeah, turn it into happiness. It's like, hey, I'm not going to sit up here and continue to live in this bullshit. I'm going to go ahead and get out there and do something.
It's time to flip it,
He talked about... Who else did he talk about? We talked about Cedric. We talked about Steve Harvey. We talked about Ricky Smiley. We talked about Faison Love. We talked about Chappelle. Like, he was out in a lot of folks, man.
Here we go. Did he talk about... I'm not going to call him by his weak name. I'm just... Sean Williams? Or what's his name? Sean?
No. He never talked about any of the Wayans family or anything like that.
No. Puff Daddy.
Oh, no, he didn't talk. Oh, yes, he did, actually.
He did, didn't he?
He was talking about how Puff Daddy likes to party.
Yeah, that's right. And he was like, no, I'm not going to go with you.
I'm not, yeah. And a lot of the things, what you got to understand, if you don't believe that Puff Daddy has done some weird shit, I implore you, please, by all means, type in Puff Daddy, Drink Champs, Fabulous, and Jada Kiss.
Hold on. Let's add some effects to that.
Puff Daddy, Drink Champs, Fabulous, and Jada Kiss.
Kiss.
Just go look at that interview specifically, and you will see exactly what everyone has been saying for years as far as how he acts and how he moves. And he will come to you and he will say things, and there's going to be weird things. You saw Kevin Hart do an interview with Puff Daddy where he was talking about how he was an usher. Him and Usher used to wake up in the morning and fight over the cereals. And what did Puff Daddy start off saying? Oh, we used to wake up in bed next to, we used to fight over the cereal in the morning. Really?
He was all happy about that, huh? He just wanted to cut. He wanted to cut loose. He wanted to cut loose, but
Kevin Hart at that moment was like, "Hey, man, no, we ain't doing all that." And where were they at when the interview took place? In a bedroom at a hotel room.
Oh my God, I'm gonna be sick.
This is the stuff that goes on in Hollywood. The Illuminati will loop you in, and once you do one thing, they will expect you to do everything.
That's pretty much it. The contract. You keep getting money by keeping.
You want that fame? You got to pay for it some way.
Do it on your own. Do it with us. Do it with someone else. But you got to keep it going.
I'll give you another good example.
Well, hold on.
Kevin.
Here's it before we go to Kevin Hart. So here's the thing. Because there was also one guy, and I'm not too familiar with rap and hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
Right. but I'm aware of this.
Yeah.
That once he spoke on it, even I know his career ended. Exhibit
exposed Puff Daddy because
and no one believed him.
no one believed him,
Which
but
is
he was
which is
telling the
fucked up,
truth.
man.
And what happens is, so these parties, these Hollywood
parties are like what
they
is it?
get wild.
Old time. What was that one city that was bombarded with comets in the olden times? Gomorrah.
Yeah,
No.
Sodom and Gomorrah. Sodom and Gomorrah. That's what it was.
That's the kind of stuff that was going on, man.
That's the shit that they do, and they do it regularly. So
they have men laid out on tables, fully naked,
bro,
with
all
food on,
kinds of shit.
And a lot of it is also revealed in true Freddie Mercury biographies. Freddie Mercury, even Shannon Oz.
He was a freak.
What's her name? Ozzy's wife, Sharon. Even she admitted, man, that movie was fake because there was far more crazier shit happening. At Freddie Mercury's parties than this, and that's what it is. That's Hollywood party thing. No.
And the key is that
so Exhibit seen this.
He saw this. He went into this party. He started seeing shit. And he looked at it, and what happened was he said he looked in the room. It was a bunch of dudes. There was a cloud of smoke, and a lot of them were passing drinks and drugs and all kinds of stuff to each other.
Yep.
And they saw Puff Daddy, and they basically slammed the door. When he said that, magically Exhibit's rap career just got destroyed. Why? Because you exposed them. They don't want to be exposed unless they actually want to expose themselves.
And except they do them themselves. That's it.
They don't want you or the general public knowing what goes on. But at these Hollywood parties, if you ever attend one, take your own drink. Don't drink shit that's there. Because 9 times out of 10, these people are walking around purposely drugging the alcohol. If you ever pick up a drink and you notice there are just too many goddamn bubbles, it's not a fucking soda, people.
Not only that, I mean, that's a lot of times when you're resistant, that's how it works. Here, have this drink. Oh, no, well, one way or another, we're going to get these pictures or this information that we are going to use against you. So there you go.
Yeah, and when they invite you to these parties, it's an open door to see what you will and won't do.
Yeah, they're not there to party. They're there to analyze you, study you, and they're going to read and write and mark down what is he into, what is he like, who does he like,
and everything is being filmed. Don't think when you go to the bath, if you go to a Hollywood party and you go to the bathroom and take a massive shit.
Oh, they know.
They gonna know you took a big ass dump, bro.
They're gonna know, and they're gonna be like, what kind of? How many times did he wipe? Was it
what kind of front to back?
Front to back, side to side?
Did he tickle himself?
Because now we know that we can get him at least like that somehow.
Yeah, and what people don't understand is when you get into those moments and they try to open you up to the shit, you have to decline properly so they don't destroy your career.
Right, that's how it works. If
you're an asshole about it, you're like, man, what the fuck is you talking? Get out of my face.
Yeah, you go off on them, you fucking punk,
you're disgusting.
Bitch,
I'm gonna expose y'all.
This,
next thing you know, you have no work.
Done. Buried.
You can't go anywhere. You can't do anything. You are what they called it blackballed, but I'll say this. There are too many white people in power for me to believe that word, so I switched it to whiteballed because I'm sorry, there's not enough black people. Yeah, there's not enough black people in power to be destroying you like that.
I mean, there's only what, like maybe 2?
Yeah, I mean,
I know.
Tyler Perry.
I know Oprah's one.
Oprah is one, and Tyler Perry is another. And if you don't believe me, I can't remember who it was right off the top of the dome, but somebody said no to both. Monique.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Monique.
Monique said no to both of them.
And they still screwed her.
And they screwed her over. And here's the thing. She has the integrity. She knows what goes on. She's seen all these things that happen. And to be honest with you, you got to be smart about it.
You got to be strong. You got to be smart. And you got to be respectful.
Exactly.
Even though you shouldn't be.
Yeah. And that's the key to it. Making sure that you know that people know that you have your own morals, your own values, your own respect.
Because they will get it.
As they will eventually get it.
Like, no, look, man. Do your thing. but this isn't my thing.
Exactly. And that's the polite decline that does not destroy your career. I'll give you a perfect example. Kevin Hart has a show called Heart to Heart on Peacock. Kevin Hart was talking to
Why
Kelly.
does it have to have cock at the end of that?
I mean, yeah, there it is.
All right.
Boom, mic drop. Anyway, Kelly Clarkson was on there.
Who?
Now, we all remember Kelly Clarkson
Kelly
from American Idol. She started out singing. Now she has a talk show. She ain't had no more.
She ain't had no more.
She lost weight.
Kelly, hit me up, man. You'll like Lord BAMF.
He said, come on over. So, at the end of the day, Kelly Clarkson was saying how she had people wanting to throw millions and millions of dollars at her to do things that did not align with what she wanted to do.
Oh, yeah.
And what did you catch Kevin Hart doing? If you don't believe me, go watch the episode if you have Peacock. Kevin Hart was like, no, shh. And he kept moving his finger right by his mouth.
Nah.
And shushing her and telling her, no, don't talk about that. Because why?
Because his ass is on the line.
They threw it at Kevin Hart, and now, what do you see Kevin Hart do? Kevin Hart has had a run like nobody else's business. And I'm going to tell you right now, Kevin Hart's last two stand-ups have been bad. They have not been great. They have not lived up to the level of hype that all his other stand-ups wound up being. Kevin Hart he's now better as an actor than he is as a stand-up comedian. And the only reason that he continually reels people into those stadiums is because of what he does in film and cinema. It is not due to the jokes.
Yeah, it's there's confusion there. Like you're going to see an actor try to be a comedian now.
Yeah, and you have to be able to toe the line between both. Probably one of the best actors / comedians was Richard Pryor. Richard Pryor could get up on stage and make you laugh and cry. He'd make your stomach hurt, everything. And then when you saw him acting, he still did a fantastic fucking job.
If all these legends were still around, man, what would they say about the current shit going on, man? They'd have amazing shows just rimming these fucking clowns, right?
These old school comedians would work these new school comedians out in ways you couldn't
They'd be
imagine.
selling out stadiums and shit.
Because you have to remember one thing. Social media is a true catalyst that can put you into the stratosphere of superstardom. Lord BAMF, how long have you even been doing this show? Just tell the people.
I started in October because it was the Halloween episodes. Yeah.
He started in October. We are just in January. He's already at over 1,000 subscribers.
Which means you guys love what I have to say, and I'm going to continue saying it. And Unapologetically Deon, he's going to be continuously unapologetically. And anyone else, Mr. Chelas, he's going to keep drinking them beers whenever he's here. And, of course, Raw from L.A., he's going to continue to be raw as a motherfucker.
Exactly. So you have to think about it. If you can take just a couple months, turn a show from 2-3 subscribers into 1,000 and over, it tells you straight up that you're doing something right. And at the same time, you're speaking to the people and they want to listen. You have to remember the world is still full of good, moral, actual, regular individuals. Realness. They believe.
Because believe me, no one's paying me.
Yeah, like it's a situation where you want to say, you know what, I'd like to take this to a point where it gets me paid, and
of course,
I don't have to work for someone else.
Yeah,
but that still takes time. You gotta grow. You gotta have certain things. You gotta learn the game. And Kevin Hart mastered the game, but what did he do? Hey, if you look at the way his superstardom has been,
it's kind of, I've seen it kind of like wavy up.
It's very up and down.
Up and down.
And right now, Kevin Hart, and this is nothing against him, he is bigger in actual acting than he is in comedy.
It's like The Rock. I've seen, from my experience, I've seen him, it's kind of dropping, which is why he's going back to wrestling.
Yep.
Where he knows he's going to be up on top as a heel or a face.
Either one. And when we say heel or face, it's simply bad guy or good guy.
Right.
That's literally the terms.
Which is a smart move. It's like if you see like, all right, this Hollywood thing is bombing, I'm gonna go home.
Yeah, there's not a lot of work to be had here. And the prime thing is, just to touch on The Rock for a few seconds, simply put, he came back on Monday Night Raw, folks, and he said he was going out to eat. And he said, should he sit at the bar? Should he sit with some people? Or should he sit at the head of the table? Who currently is at the head of the table, Lord BAMF?
Isn't it his own family?
His own cousin, Roman Reigns, is at the head of the table, a.k.a. Letai Joseph Anoa'i. And if you look up the Anoa'i family, as far as wrestling, those dudes are gods. And they all come from Samoa. Okay? They are from that land. They are all of Polynesian descent. And believe you me, that family is deep. And The Rock is an extended member of the family due to his mother. His mother is the one that is Samoan. His father was black. He's from America. So you have to think about it, man. When you see that the door is closing in one place, but you still got another lane you know you can be successful in because the people love you, it makes more sense to just go back to what you know. Why not dip your toe back in there?
But it's kind of fucked up though. Like you're going back and you're going after your own blood, you know?
That part is true, but what I will say is this. And Lord BAMF can attest to this. We're both wrestling fans, but Lord BAMF will tell you the writing in wrestling has become shit.
Crap.
It's trash. Okay, the number one thing for me,
WWE, hit us up, man. We can write better shit than this.
We can write a lot better shit than this, and I can tell you right now, nobody's gonna be the champ for 5 fucking years. That does not make sense. Championships are meant to be won and lost. It's meant to change hands. It's written into the script for you to be able to be a champ for so long, but then you know what? Somebody comes along and takes it from you, and then you got to get it back. And there's a whole lot that goes into it. But either way, back to what we were talking about with the comedian thing. You have to be as consistent as possible to be a good comedian, and you have to be great with what you do. You must find your shtick. You've got to find it, and the key is to stick to it, know what it is, and make it work for you in every which way, shape, and form, and continuously reinvent it so that the people can adapt to it and adhere to it and actually want to hear it, period. Kevin Hart had a moment where that was what he was doing. I tell you right now, you can't go nowhere without hearing, all right, all right, all right. You can't go nowhere without hearing, no, he wasn't ready. No, those are symbols of Kevin Hart. He made those things famous. That is what you know him for. When you talk about Grown Little Man or any of his other stand-ups, the earlier stuff, that's where you saw the comedy. Now, when you look at him now, what is he talking about? You don't live that life anymore. Now you've jumped into superstardom. Now you have all the money. So now your content has to change. You're not dealing with the same shit that you used to deal with.
Well, you're not broke anymore.
Exactly.
When you're broke, you're forced to pull shit out of your ass.
Oh, yeah.
Once you got that money, I think you're just like, well.
Yeah, and now it's like, if you're talking about the struggles, first thing people are going to say is, okay, we kind of heard your struggles already. We need to know what else is going on.
What else is happening here?
So you'll have to check on current events and try to find a way to spin those to be able to make something out of nothing and do shows.
Any comedian out there listening to this, I'm going to give you this one for free. Just like when Richard Pryor, went through that whole thing where he set himself on fire, and then he came back on stage and made it comical, his situation. The pipe was talking to me, and I was lit up. I can't remember what
I don't remember what stand-up that was, but I know what you're talking about.
But he came back and he made it funny, this tragic situation.
Yep.
So anyone out there, have the balls to take this Illuminati shit, expose it, but make it funny, and let's see where that goes.
Oh yeah, because you open the door, and believe me, they will come knocking. Okay?
But at least you'll go out as a true champ.
But because you'll stand on business.
And to that, I go
exactly. So he did expose so many different people, but what I can tell you about Katt Williams is Katt Williams is a stand-up dude, and that man has adopted, I think, almost 10 children. He's adopted little girls, he's adopted young men, and he's taking care of all of them. I remember when Katt Williams talked about his son, and he was talking about how his son had so much energy, and they wanted to put him on Ritalin. And then when he did go ahead and say, okay, I'm going to put him on Ritalin, it wasn't his kid anymore. It was a different person.
Fuck, man.
Because what do? They see that you're eccentric. They see that you have tons of energy. So what do they want to do? They want to dumb it down. They want to slow it down. And the pharmaceutical industry people is literally,
they don't care. They just want their money. They want their money.
If you think the cartels are dealing drugs on a high level, you are out of your fucking mind. The pharmaceutical industry will get you hooked on heroin faster than anything. You know why? If you look at the base of your drugs that you are taking, the base for Vicodin, for oxycodone, for a lot of the hard drugs that you take, what is that base, Lord BAMF? What do they base it off of?
They don't care, dude. They just, here's how they protect themselves. Well, it's right there. The instructions are right there.
We told you
you're supposed to take this.
So it's like buying a pack of cigarettes, and it says the Surgeon General warning is on the side, so that absolves them of any responsibility if you wind up getting lung cancer because you didn't smoke cigarettes for I don't know how many years, and when the cigarettes contain rat poison and a whole bunch of other shit that you shouldn't be ingesting. These are ways that they cover their own ass so they don't have to pay for any of the mistakes that they are making.
Known mistakes.
Known mistakes. I'll give you another nugget for about the Illuminati. A lot of it has to do with population control. The world is overpopulated. We've got, I think we're sitting around 7-8 billion people in the world.
Well, majority of that is where, on the Asian side over there?
Yeah, and that's why when I forget what country it is in Asia, but you can only have one child. Literally. They stop you.
Right, right.
You got one kid, that's it. Good. Fuck it. Don't do no more. You can fuck all you want. You just can't have no kids. So, if you look at it, every so often, there's a disaster that takes out a good chunk of the world's population. COVID came in 2020. They locked us in our fucking houses and then wound up telling us only for about a year and a half later to say, hey, we've got a vaccine.
Right.
Let's go ahead and take that. And then after the vaccine, now what do you have years after that? Go get your booster. Go get your flu shot. Go get another booster. Go get another flu shot. Continually trying to fill your body with more shit that you don't fucking need.
Now, some of it might work.
Once in a while, it will.
We have had all these outbreaks from the beginning of time.
Exactly.
You know? So.
And nowadays we have modern medicine, whereas back in the day,
like
when you had plagues and shit like that, it was over. You just gonna die. The modern medicine they had back then wasn't advanced.
Like everything else, there's good people, and then there's those that take over, and they just have that evil heart, man. Yeah. They just say, I don't care if they die. I want my money.
There was that guy, I think he was Jewish white kid. He had bought a piece of a pharmaceutical company that was for HIV drugs, like for HIV prevention, and he ran the price through the roof. And next thing you know, people were all over him about that and pissed off and upset. Why? He ran that price through the roof. These people are suffering. And now
dying.
What do you see?
Oh my God.
You see commercials, and you have to think about it. AIDS didn't come from somebody fucking a monkey, people. Come on now. Really? One person slept with a monkey, and now randomly you just start spreading.
It came from somewhere. Where did it come from? We don't know.
We don't know where that shit came from.
It came from a pirate coming over, a European coming overseas and sleeping with all his shipmates.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, what do they say? What did the native people say back in the day? We did not know disease and famine until the white man came.
Because a lot of times there was just like fucking and then not even washing it and then going to fuck someone else and
and you got the wenches. The wenches. You got chlamydia, you got gonorrhea, you got all kinds of syphilis,
you got balanitis.
Right? You got a blue waffle, all kinds of shit.
Oh, bro.
But Katt Williams went out there and exposed so many people, man, and he slapped everybody in the face with the truth and the reality of things.
And it's blowing up.
And it's blowing up. And if you didn't see it, man, shout out to, once again, Shannon Sharp, ex-NFL tight end, 2-time Super Bowl champion with the Denver Broncos. Go watch Club Shay and watch that interview, and it will blow your mind with the reality that is coming through Katt Williams' mouth, because he is just telling you the truth of things. At the end of the day, everybody borrows and works on things from other people, but it's how you do it that will determine whether you are respected for it or maligned for it.
Exactly. Like if you take something, there's nothing wrong with hitting up the original owner and saying, hey man, look, this is what I got it from you, can I use it? If they say no, that's just a tough bullet, man. You just gotta.
Snoop Dogg said when he first met James Brown was just in, and they met in passing, and he looked and he said, "You Snoop, right?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "Hey, keep sampling my shit." Why? Because you get paid when people sample your shit.
That's true too. That's true. Yeah.
That's one thing that people don't realize. I'm gonna give you a prime example of where not paying goes wrong. There's a guy out there by the name of Rappin' Forte. He is from the Bay Area. I'm talking about Oakland. I'm talking about the town. He is from the Bay Area. Rappin' Forte was back in the day. He definitely was a good rapper. He had bars and everything. You saw him hanging out with the likes of Tupac, any of the Bay Area rappers, your 40s, your Hammers, your Too Shorts, all of the legends, you know, the Mac Dre's, all of that. So Rappin' Forte had a song called Players Ball. Drake decided on a song called Who Do You Love with a rapper by the name of YG to jump on that song and use Rappin' Forte's verse without his permission. Rappin' Forte came out and said, had the young man asked me, I would have gave him my blessing and not did anything. But the fact that you did not ask me, the fact that you did not give me any credit, I gotta sue you.
That's even worse, man. No credit, no nothing. Like,
so you must pay homage to the people, to those that came before you, because if you do not, it will kick you square in the fucking nutsack.
Right.
Why? Because those people will figure out you've used their shit without their permission.
Yep.
And next thing you know, there's paperwork. And paperwork comes with very, very large sums of money coming out of your pocket.
It's one of those major disrespects, man.
Yeah, and it's a slap in the face, man. Nobody wants to deal with that. Like, I wouldn't want somebody to take my stuff and then not even ask me.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, that's like me and Lord BAMF doing this and somebody going off on another podcast doing our shit.
Well, when they do like those reclips and it's like, you still got to ask me, man. That's my face. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's like, look, man, all right, if I'm on Twitter and you do a retweet, that means that I've allowed it. I've left
a retweet, yeah.
I've left that status in my settings open for you to do so, because I don't mind the added exposure, but I can turn that off. So if I turn it off, you can't do that. But if I leave it on, then that tells you it's all right for me to do so. Katt Williams was great with exposing the people that he exposed and saying the things that he said, and I don't think that any of what he said was incorrect. At the end of the day, those people feel the way they feel. And I just saw Kevin Hart recently. Him and his people were making fun of Katt Williams, saying all the things that they were saying. Kevin Hart was laughing about it. And it's like, look, man, you can sit back and enjoy your money and laugh about all those things, but you never addressed it head on.
Right.
All of the things that you said, you never truthfully addressed. You escaped it through comedy.
Through comedy, instead of just sitting down and maybe giving an address to the people.
Exactly. You could come to the people and say, hey, look, man, I know in light of recent events, blah, 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 blah.
This is all true.
This is all true.
Let me clear it all out already.
Let me clear what actually.
And you know what? A lot of times that might even rebuild the career of someone if they just come clean, man.
And that's all you have to do is just tell the truth about it. People will respect you more for your honesty than your lies.
Than your fakery.
Because they'll see it. The next thing you know, they're like, oh, no, we're not with the fuckery, man. You got to be real about this shit. Did you really do it? Did you not do it?
Right.
You know, are you really that guy or are you not really that guy? And that's the key. Focusing on it and making sure that no one can actually say something about you without you being able to back it up. Because a lot of the times what happens is the way that beefs are built is based on people who will take your words
We're punks.
and clip it.
Yeah.
Splice, they'll dice it, and then they put it together, and now it sounds like you're just bashing and berating people.
Well, it's like old time interviews when they would interview an artist, and then the freaking interviewer would put out something different on the magazine. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So you've sat there, you've watched this person record the whole interview on a recorder, and next thing you know, when the interview comes out in the magazine, you're like, I didn't say that.
What the fuck?
What the fuck is this? I definitely didn't. But what happens? The editor looks and goes, this isn't juicy
This
enough.
ain't gonna sell.
This isn't gonna sell. I need controversy. So now that I need controversy, what are we going to do? We're gonna open the door for that controversy.
We're gonna pop it off. So, to everyone out there who's listening in my beautiful, beautiful world here, be real.
And we're not talking about Cypress Hill.
No, not B, and then because he spells it like just one flat out B, right?
Yeah, he's B hyphen and then R-E-A.
No, be real to yourself. Be real to others. Be all that you can be.
In the army.
Anywhere else, in the army, anywhere, but
make sure that your door is open for you to keep your realness and your integrity and your values so that you do not fall into the trap.
Because it'll be a lot better. Just think about it. You make it and you made it on your terms and your dignity and your self-respect. Oh, my God. How greater is that, man?
And then if you think about it, look at the actors and actresses that have been coming out telling you what truthfully happens as far as the money. So, like Taraji P. Henson has been breaking shit down. You know what I'm saying? Terrence Howard breaking shit down. Letting you know some of the biggest movies of their career. Y'all are looking like, man, these are superstars. Well, you know, they still have people that work with them. So I've got to pay my team. My team Taraji said it best. She said her team gets paid off of what they project her to make.
Yep.
So if she gets paid $10 million, her team has to get a cut of that $10 million.
Yep.
But the money that you make, first things first, immediately, who's coming to digging in your pocket? Uncle Sam.
Uncle Sam.
He is coming to hang out in your motherfucking wallet.
He's not coming to visit.
He coming to stay.
He's coming to stay.
And if you don't pay him, that's when he comes with lawyers and lawsuits. And then he asks you for more money than you already owed him.
Which is crazy.
Which is it's flat out insane. I've never seen that a day in my life, how you can pay taxes all year long, but then you wind up back at square one when it comes time to actually file your taxes.
And then
they'll tell you, hey, by the way, you owe me some more. If there was ever a bigger loan shark in the world than the IRS, I need to meet him. And that's exactly how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? It's a crock of shit.
It is.
But keep your mind, keep your faith, keep your integrity, you know, keep your morals, your values, and you won't wind up getting sucked into the bullshit that is Hollywood, and they won't have you out here doing weird, crazy shit that they hold against you, so you can't progress in life and or in the field that you've chosen to be in.
Yeah, because there is some sick fucks out there that want to see that. They want to see grown men butt fucking each other and all this, or kissing,
or they want to see a woman doing things that she normally would not
that
do.
She wouldn't do.
They like the uncomfortableness that they provide.
No, they're just evil. That's all.
The more that you say no, the more entrenched they become in trying to get you to do the shit. If you're just like, yeah, I'll do it, they're like,
yeah, no. If you say yes,
we wanted you to kind of fight a little bit.
If you say yes right away, then that gives them the opportunity to raise the bar even higher.
Exactly. It's like, hey, why don't you do this? You're like,
okay,
right.
sure. And then they're like, wait a minute.
And then they're like, wait a minute, that was too easy.
That was too easy.
We gotta push the line here.
How about this?
How about this? And then you're like, I don't really know about that. And that's where they're like, yeah.
Oh, now I got you.
Now I got this. What I really want you to do now.
Sick bastards.
You know, and you can't do that to yourself. You must stay strong. If you do not, you'll wind up doing anything for $1, and And at the end of the day, what will you do? You will wind up sitting there with money to spare for the rest of your life.
All
but
alone.
You are literally alone and broken in a house by yourself, sad.
A giant
and everybody
home.
is looking at you from the outside looking in going, you have all this money. Why are you upset? Why are you sad? Why are you hurt? What are you going through?
Well,
and the first thing they're going to think is, damn, you done sold your soul. Yeah. That's why you're so sad. Well, you're sitting in that house and all you're doing is fighting demons.
It goes back to what I said earlier about, people moving up in regular jobs here in the real world. As I say, a lot of them, managers, supervisors, assistant managers, they're miserable. They have shitty attitudes. They're sour, they're salty, they're bitter. And you look at them as like, dude, you're making way more money than I am, and you got this fucked up attitude?
Yep.
Hell no.
Yeah. And that's because those people are overwhelmed with responsibility that does not match the amount of money that you are technically supposed to be paid. If you are in a job and your manager comes to you and they continually throw shit at you that is not in your job description, but you continuously volunteer to do it, that means nothing to them. They will tell you, oh man, you got to be a team player. So being a team player means I'm not going to ask you for a raise for me doing the job of 3 to 4 people when I'm only one person.
Right.
I'm not a team player for that. So I'm not looking. So because I'm looking out for myself and my own integrity and my pocket, while you looking out for yours by trying to get the company, by trying to tell me, hey,
right,
though the company is paying you this amount, we're going to ask you to do the job of 4 to 5 people.
Right.
That don't work. Because when you ask for a raise, they look at you like you're crazy. Like, well, we're giving you this already. Why would you want more? It's like, because I'm worth more. I'm not about to sit out here and tell you that I'm about to do my job, your job, and his
I'm worth
job
more while you're worth less.
Exactly. You're in a position, and all your job is to do. And let's transition into that for 2 seconds. Very simply put, if you're out there listening, corporate America, we don't need a fucking pizza party. We don't need you to feed us. We feed our fucking selves. You want to do something that people want, it's called incentives. And the incentive is money. Not a pizza party, not a catering from this restaurant or that restaurant, or none of that shit.
Not a fucking holiday party.
I
got my own holiday party, and it's a lot better than that one.
Exactly. Not a fucking pen or some stupid shit that says that I've been with the company for 20 or 30 years. I don't give a fuck about that. You know what you could do? Line my goddamn pockets. We are all working because we have to make money. We need money to live. So at the end of the day, do you think I would rather have a big-ass pizza party from Papa John's? Or you could give me an incentive of $1,500 that you just wasted on all that goddamn pizza you bought. I'll take the incentive because I can do what the fuck I want with that money.
Right.
But the Papa John's, I just got to deal with that and eat it as it comes through. And it's nothing against Papa John's. It gets great food. But at the end of the day, what would I rather have?
Well, that's the thing. You got too many jack-offs in the higher corporate offices that are fearful of losing their position.
Yeah.
They don't have the guts or the balls or the ovaries to say, you know what? Let's give these people incentives. Why are we giving them food? Why are we giving them pizza? Why are we giving them holiday parties? They got their own holiday parties with their families. Why are we giving them anything other than what they need to have a better life? And a better life means a happy attitude. And a happy attitude means
harder work.
Harder work.
And then you work for more. I can tell you this. You could kill off every pizza party that any and every fucking company throws. And you know what you could do? Give everybody a damn $25 gift card. I guarantee you they'll appreciate that more than that. Because you know what you do when you give people a pizza party or you feed them? You make them fat.
Fat and lazy.
So when they're sitting there in that chair, they get lazier. They don't want to get up as much. So all they do is sit there. They take all those calls. They do all the things that they're supposed to do. And then you hear shit like that every now and then.
And then they say, well, you ate the pizza. No shit, bitch, because I'm hungry. I'm starving.
Yeah. Like, I don't mind having it. But at the end of the day, if you gave me an option or you asked,
Exactly.
hey, what would you like?
What would you guys all like?
Nobody's
gonna say.
It's always going to be money. Nobody's gonna be like, oh, I'd like a pizza party.
No one's gonna say.
I'd like a sandwich from Subway.
I would like some Chick-fil-A, please.
Yeah, can you bring some Panda Express in here? No one gives a flying fuck about food. They want some goddamn money. We're not at work because we want to be there, because we want to kick it.
No, hell no. We're there because we have to pay bills. That's it.
That's it.
It's not because we want it or we want to be there.
Always. And I can tell you right now, that you want to have the happiness that you desire. What you consider happiness is what will bring you joy. Doing this brings me joy. I help enlighten motherfuckers.
Doing what we do brings us, I have created a lot of things. I created a comic book.
Yes. Rising Saint Productions, motherfuckers, get on it.
Midnight, the Ultimate Assassin. I've created a lot of things, but when I created this podcast, man, I fell in love. And man, I just want to say something that got triggered. To all of those managers in the corporate world, and I hope you're listening. One of you out there should be listening. There's one of you out there, I'm sure. Don't be a punk. Make a change already. Come on, it's 2024. If you want a pizza party, shove it up your ass. But to any manager, assistant manager, and supervisor that sees it upon themselves to take down the poor man beneath them, you're a punk, you're a piece of shit, you're a failure, and the company's wasting big money on you. Fuck off.
Exactly. And with that being said, Lord BAMF, take us out.
Get ready. We are out.